Well, friends, we made it through the first week of April. Yes. Yes. And we've got some people to shout out for adding new VIPs. Liz Ray, we see you over there adding our first VIP. Michelle Peoples, get it. Victoria, Vicky Para, I see you, Vicky. She's on a roll. And Mary Carmen Ascari. Woo, woo. Go, girls. Go. Then we have two new brand ambassadors, Ashley Sutherland. Go, Ashley. And Jose Santoyo. Go,
Woo!
Jose. Y'all, what a week. I feel like it was our spring break, so I'm just gonna own that. Um, but I feel like we came off of some hot March. And so I'm pumped. I feel like some of us are just now, especially with today being the silver and sits, just now getting into our groove for April. So I know next week we're going to have a ton of shout outs. Okay. I don't know what's next, Tracy, so I'm going to kick it back to you.
Kick it back to me. You guys, just a reminder of what Enrolling Friends does for you this month. When you enroll 6, you earn a walking pad. Who wants a walking pad? Does anybody have a walking pad? Do you understand the difference between a walking pad and a treadmill? I did not understand the difference. A walking pad does not have any rails to hold on to. Okay. It is small. You can like put it under a couch or under a bed or slide it behind the couch. They are slim and small. And so, whereas a treadmill is like big and clunky, these can just like easily be put away somewhere. So super excited for that. Yeah, Michelle will be walking on our huddles apparently. It's a great way to get your steps in, Julie, when it's rainy in Hawaii. You need a walking pad. I am nervous actually about the part of it not having a bar to hold on to because I've had some bad treadmill experiences in my life, but I'm assured it will be fine. So we will see. What else do we have this month? So enroll 6, you get a free walking pad. It's the last month of the convention contest. You guys, drop a Vegas in the chat if you are coming to Vegas with us. Y'all, convention is just over 2 months away. And we are going to have the best time in Vegas, y'all. It is always so much fun. I was super nervous about Vegas, my first convention 7 years ago, and it was the best. The nice thing about Vegas is everything's pretty connected. And so you don't have to like walk a mile outside. It's like walking through the different like lobbies and stuff to meet each other. And it's really, really fun. It's easy to get there. It's easy to get around. And honestly, it is just the best, the best. So please consider coming to convention if you are working to grow a business with Plexus. I think it's something that has impacted me and it's impacted a lot of people. It really gave them a vision for what this could be. So now I am going to kick it to Jen Sauls, who is going to share her Plexus story. And you guys, Jen has a unique story because she's a nurse. And sometimes people think that nurses don't want anything to do with Plexus because, you know, sometimes nurses say like, oh, I don't need that. But Jen, tell us your story and why Plexus was a good idea.
And sometimes nurses are the worst patients. So I started purchasing Plexus products in August of 2019, and Allie got me started. So she was reaching out to me. I was the very first time I think she messaged me, I think I was pregnant. And so I was like, no, you know, like I can't take anything while I'm pregnant. Little did I know you can, but so I started then. I wasn't consistent for a long time. It wasn't until like right before we did this intermittent fasting challenge in January of 2021 that just saw incredible results. I lost like 8 pounds during that short challenge. And I wasn't able to intermittent fast ever in my life. And I've tried it before, and that's because my blood sugar wasn't stabilized. So I had no idea about gut health. I had no idea about the microbiome. I didn't even know that word existed. So I am a full-time practitioner. I'm in sleep medicine now, but I used to work with Allie at Baylor Dallas in the newborn nursery. And yeah, it's just, they didn't teach us that in nursing school. They didn't teach us about any prevention or gut health or anything in nurse practitioner school. Yeah, so Allie was my catalyst, and these supplements have just been my gateway to like all this other information that I didn't know about that has been very helpful. It's changed my life. It really has. And it's like, and I talk about this with just my sleep patients too. It's like we just go, right? We just go all the time. And we have, because we have to. And we kind of didn't, this was me. I didn't know like how bad I was feeling and that all those things that I had were not normal until I started to feel better. Like I didn't know I needed this. I didn't know I needed supplements. I didn't even know really what supplements were. Um, but yeah, even with sleep, like I used to say, oh, you know, we can sleep when we're dead, but that's not true. Like everything happens in our sleep. Like our bodies heal themselves. Like everything I've learned about that. And then this is just, it's been mind blowing and just incredible. So before, 2019, I had my third baby. I, you know, all the things I was doing, my weight wasn't coming off like my first two. I was a little bit older this time with my third one. I had horrible cystic acne. My liver enzymes were starting to get elevated. I was starting to get fatty liver disease. Um, Sugar cravings, I've had that my whole life. I thought that was normal. I wanted to eat like cereal after dinner, and ice cream. That was like my favorite. So all those things, just craving sugar and just being hangry and hangry my whole life. Like my dad was like that. I just thought he passed that gene down to me or something. But yeah, it was just, that's how it was. And I didn't know any different. And then constipation too. I mean, all these things, all these things I didn't know that was related. So, but add in plexus, add in consistency, add in intermittent fasting, which I do all the time now. I think everybody should, because every time we eat, you know, our insulin goes up and it spikes and our blood sugar goes down and all this. But so that's another part of it too. So, but yeah, so add in all those things and I feel good. I feel so good now. Like I have the energy. I have three kids. They're active. They have activities. They're all involved. And if I wasn't on this, I don't know what my life would look like now. Like I wanted to sleep after I got home from work all the time, but I couldn't. I wasn't able to. And we just go, right? But now I feel good. I feel like this has just changed so much for me and then my family and my husband. I got him off his antidepressants. He's no longer taking his allergy pills, his heartburn medication, the acid reducers, which are all horrible. They all have long-term side effects, which they don't teach you about either. Like we're just prescribed and here you go. This, you know, there's a solution, but no, it's not. It's so much more than that. Um, and then recently, I haven't shared this with anybody yet, but so my daughter is a competitive dancer and this is her first year to do a solo. And it's been super stressful, like tears and just anxiety and just, you know, and she, you know, hormones too. But I started her on Vital Biome and she did solo yesterday and I wasn't there because we had my son's birthday party, but they said no tears, no nerves. I mean, just calm. And she was like, I got this. So it's just, that's just one more thing. Like, it's just, yes, it's so incredible. Like, it's just been the best. So now I'm, you know, trying to help others. I'm trying to, you know, fill people in like what I didn't know, grow my team. So I'm super excited to be doing that. And the last month was incredible. And I'm just hoping to have, you know, more incredible months after this. So that's my story. I feel so much better now. Thank you. Thank you, Allie.
Sauls, I had no idea about your daughter.
Yes, I know. It's and she's kind of like, you know, I'm like, that's what it is.
Mom couldn't possibly be right.
Right. No, not at this age.
Oh my goodness. I'll never forget when you did that intermittent fasting group and we're all like, Allie, who is that? Like
Oh
the weight
yeah.
just
Yeah.
fell off of you because your body was ready, man. Does anybody have any questions for Jen about her story or about anything?
I want to say it's interesting, Jen, because I was super exhausted and I went through sleep studies. I didn't realize you were in sleep medicine now, but
Oh yeah.
trying to figure out what was wrong with me. And they're like, you're fine, you're just old. So yeah, no one addressed my gut. No one addressed what what I was eating. So
But yeah, and if you do, like if you have somebody or that you're have on these supplements and like they're not, because my sleep did improve like tremendously. I didn't know really how bad it was, but I would recommend that if they're on these and they're not sleeping better, like they should probably get a sleep study then.
That is helpful, man. What products did you start with? Did you say?
I started with the triplex.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool, y'all. Huge, huge tips. I think one of the things I love about this community is we all have people who come into this and like maybe they're not seeing the weight loss they want to see, or maybe they're not seeing results. And y'all, that is where our Wellness Warrior Hope Share thread is so incredible, because you can come in there and, Jen can respond back and be like, it was intermittent fasting for me. That was the game changer. Or somebody can come in and be like, it is the resets monthly. They have to do the monthly, right? We really have an incredible community full of stories. Okay, we're going to have just a little bit of time for a biz tip. Okay, how many of y'all grew your businesses last month? Okay, how many of you want to grow your businesses this month? Okay, there are some things that I think sometimes it's really easy to look around, like to the right or to the left, and be like, oh my gosh, like that's not happening for me right now. Or gosh, like I'm really happy for them, but right. But I wish it were me, or but I wish my points were growing, or but I wish I were ranking up, or any of those things. And it's not that you wish ill on other people, it's that comparison. And you guys, comparison is a really, really interesting thing. Okay. There's kind of two options you have when it comes to comparison. The reality of the situation is we are human and we are going to compare ourselves. We just are. Like, how many of you are married and you're like, oh, my spouse is the patient one, I'm the fiery one, right? Like comparison. Or like, oh man, like, my mom is way better at tennis than me, y'all. I'll tell her, I told you she's way better at tennis than me. And that automatically makes me bad at tennis, right? And we do that. We do that. Allie is way more fun than me, y'all. Allie is way more fun than me, but she makes me more fun and I love her for it. Like, we do that. And so sometimes what we try to do is we're like, well, I'm just not going to compare anymore. I'm just not going to compare. And we're going from 0 to 100, from comparing to saying, well, I'm just not going to compare at all. And I want to offer you a middle of the road option here. Okay. What I have learned to do instead of comparing and then just like counting me out is I'll say things like, gosh, she enrolled 10 people. What is she doing that I'm not doing? You guys, I get curious now. Oh, wow, she lost a ton of weight. What is she doing that I am not doing? Oh, wow, my husband is so patient. What is he doing that I am not doing? Well, we all know he's getting out of the house for like 8 hours a day, and I am not. So that's not going to change. But it is this thing that we do. And when we compare and we say, oh, she got 6 enrollments last month and earned the Apple Watch, I didn't get any, I just totally stink. And then we sit. And then it happens again and we say, she got 9 enrollments and I got 0. And then we sit. And if we can instead funnel that comparison, because you guys, we're going to compare ourselves. It is nature. Now, maybe we get better at that, but I think what we really get better at is not finding the negativity in comparison. We get curious. And so for those of you who didn't reach the goals that you had last month, I want you to get curious in this next segment of the conversation, okay? And not just say, well, all those people grew in their businesses. Of course, they're going to find this part interesting because they're going to continue growing, right? No, you get curious and you say, okay, what did those people do that maybe I didn't do? Where have they grown that maybe I have yet to grow? What did they try that maybe I've been too afraid to try? And we're going to share some of those things with you today, okay? But y'all, this is where we have an opportunity to grow. So I want you to all right now say, I am like, drop a 1 in the chat if you're like, I am ready to grow here. There's literally never a point in this business where you shouldn't be ready to grow. Even Celeste, our top earner in the whole company, is always learning and growing. And you'll find when you spend time with her that she asks, what are you doing that's working for you in your business? Because she wants to learn and grow. And so that's what we're going to do today. You guys, we have a lot of tools in Plexus, and sometimes it can get really overwhelming. But one of the best tools we have right now is this Silver and 6 group that Plexus is offering to us. We all need to be in there taking action daily. And I'm telling you this because if you're unwilling to do that, then you can't be mad at the end of the month when you don't reach the goals that you have. Okay? Jill Renfro came in there today. Y'all, we're getting training from outside of our team. Incredible diamond re-entry. I think she re-entered silver. Is she gold yet? I can't remember. Diamond re-entry. She's grown to the top of the company and has now re-entered under herself and is growing again. Wisdom. She is a firecracker and she is incredible. Free coaching. She did a training video. Before your head hits the pillow tonight, go watch it and take action and do what she tells you to do. Okay. We have power pockets that are happening in our Wellness Warrior Hope Share chat thread every day. I am giving you a 30-minute power pocket of work. Today, it was 10 reach outs. Okay. Oh, those are the things when we share that, like that's what we're doing to reach the enrollment goals that we have. And so I think what tends to happen is like a week goes by or 2 weeks goes by or 2 days goes by. And it's like, well, I'll just post again and I'll see if anybody likes that. And y'all, that's not really how businesses are built. Okay. These businesses are created. They're not caught. And creating comes from effort. So I'm going to share a couple of messages with you because I know a lot of you have some current VIPs who are loving their products. And I wanted to share just some ways that I leverage things at the beginning of the month. Okay. You can take screenshots of this. Oh, no. Yes, that's the right one. Sorry, it's showing me the wrong message on my screen. Okay. So this is a message that I am sending and have already sent to a lot of my current VIPs. I did some things a little bit differently, and I did it strategically based on my favorite book, which is somewhere in my pile of stuff, or it's in my book bag. I think it's in my book bag, but it is Phil Jones' book, Exactly What to Say. So this verbiage, oh, thank you, Allie. She has it on her desk too. This verbiage is specific, okay? So don't change a ton of things. I'm betting you're like me and appreciate being told when something incredible is available to you. You guys, you have just found connectivity with a person. I am betting you're like me. I'm not sure if it's for you, but I'm looking for 3 of my customers who might want to earn a free walking pad and over $450 in cash this month. Just imagine 30 days from now having achieved that. Plus your friends are going to save $16 on their first order. If this is something that could be a blessing to you, I'd love to coach you to do this by using the simple systems we have for sharing. How open would you be to doing this together this month? Raise your hand if it scares you to think about sending that to all of your VIPs. Yeah. Amy Federley's like, yes. This is the moment you have to realize we have something incredible to offer, and you do not get to make that choice for somebody else. You guys, what if somebody had decided that Nick was not a good match for me and they didn't introduce us because one of our friends did introduce us? Like, what if Brent had thought, nope, that's just not going to work out, right? Y'all, don't withhold something because of fear. Allie and I worked at summer camp together, and we were always told fear is false evidence appearing real. You are really afraid that they may be like, oh my gosh, Amy is so salesy. Can you believe what she asked me? She asked me if I wanted to earn a free walking pad and $450 this month. That jerk. Right? No. You're likely going to get one of 3 responses, okay? And if you can prepare yourself for those 3 responses, then it's going to be one of those things. They're either going to come back and they're going to say, typically, hey, I really want to wait until I see results to share these products. Great, y'all. We can work with that. How many of y'all said that? Yeah. We can work with that. That's not a no. They're going to ignore you because they're busy moms. That is something that happens a lot. They don't even mean to ignore you. They just totally respond in their head and not in their phone. Or they're going to say, yeah, I think I've actually been talking to a friend at school who asked me about what I was doing. I just didn't really know how to go about that. And I think if you can prepare yourself for those 3 things, for some reason, it's like we think that people's horns are going to come out and they're going to charge us like a bull. And then they're going to turn off their subscription. They're going to cancel their account and they're going to blast you on social media just for asking if they want to earn a free walking pad and $450 cash. And we write the story before it's even happened. But the truth of it is, if we never ask, we will never get. Okay. And the conversation that I have been having with a ton of people right now, it starts and ends like this. There is no road forward that does not include helping other people. There is no road forward. None of us are massive influencers on social media with 50 to 100,000 followers. If you are, you can just go hop off this call and post your link. Because I don't know how to coach you. But that's not the majority of us. The majority of us are small, intimate connections with average followings and average influence. And so we have to leverage the things that we're being given and the things that are working for other people. And we have to be bold and we have to believe that people want to do this. And so we have to operate out of abundance and not scarcity. We have to message people because we don't know what they're going to say. We have to ask them and we will have to let them tell us. And then when they say yes, we message our friends and we're like, Amy said yes. Michelle, what do I do now? And Michelle's going to say, great, Amy, why don't you hop in our 3-way message and we will take the next steps together. That is the best part. You're never alone in this. But y'all, for a lot of you, that is where you're going to start. For those of you who have past customers, that's where you're going to start. And then there are some of us who have March VIPs. And y'all, I'm going to share my screen here. Y'all, this is another one of those trusting the process type situations. We have a system for this, and we want to teach you how to confidently use this. Hey, Micah, did you see your email? Plexus actually sent you a code to give a friend so that they can get a free 3-day reset. Basically, they'd get the same deal you got, which is pretty insane because that's not even available anymore. And you'd earn about $20 to use towards this month's order. Who can you think of that might want to try this with you? Y'all, we start there. And there are customers of mine who I would have sworn up and down would never share Plexus that are like, oh, you know what? I was in the teacher lounge and so asked me what I was drinking. I bet I could tell her about it. You could, and I can help you. You know, do you want to pull us into a three-way message and I can get her info? You guys, if you don't ask, they won't do. That is just as simple as it is. If you don't ask, they won't do. I can guarantee you there will be like 0.05% of people who joined last month that are like, I got an email. I'm going to go ask somebody to do this with me on their own without their sponsor telling them. Okay. You are going to find success from what Plexus has given us when you implement it and you leverage it. Y'all, it may even look like a phone call, a 2-week check-in with your new customer. Hey, how are you doing? Did you see the email Plexus sent you? Oh, go look for it. Yeah, they gave you a coupon to give a friend a free reset. Do you find it? Oh my gosh, awesome. Who do you know that might want to do that with you? Your mom? Your sister? Your neighbor? Okay, why don't you pull them into a message with me? Send them this, pull me in, and then we'll get them the info they need to get started. But you guys, nobody's going to accidentally trip into that. You're not going to open your virtual office tomorrow and magically there's going to be like 8 new VIPs referred from a friend that just happened to see the email and refer a friend. That's not how this works. Unfortunately, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if everybody just did what their email told them to do? Half of the people didn't even see their email, okay? So you got to tell them. And then what do you do when they do refer a friend? You guys, you move on to this next step. Oh my goodness, Vicky, I'm so excited for your friend Susie to get started on Plexus. If you're not already in a through a message, can you go ahead and introduce us in a through a message so I can make sure to get her all the info she needs for getting started. Also, if you find 2 more friends who want to try Plexus with you, you'd unlock over $300 in cash bonuses. Holy cow, that's awesome. And I'd love to help you earn that so you don't have to worry about paying for your products the next couple of months. Would you want me to help you do that? You guys, this is a layered approach to sharing. Instead of going in and saying, hey, do you want to earn $300? Which is kind of what we did with our current customers, right? Our past VIPs, our Plexus lovers. With these new VIPs from March, we're kind of using a different approach. We're using the buddy system approach. Find a buddy, awesome. Find 2 more friends, awesome. Y'all, there are different approaches it can happen when it comes to sharing Plexus. And what I love about this month is you get to practice 2 different approaches. You get to try things and see what's going to feel right for you. Is it going to feel better for you to send this in a voice message? Is it going to feel better for you to send this in a written message? Is it going to feel better for you to pick up the phone and call and ask? You get to kind of test all these things out. But here's what you don't get to do, okay? You don't get to not do any of this and then complain that your business isn't growing. You just don't. Y'all, most people, and I'm saying this loosely, most people whose teams are growing are working at least 30 minutes a day sharing Plexus in a 30-minute power pocket. Most people who are growing in Plexus right now are learning how to help other people share also. Most people who are growing in Plexus right now are taking imperfect action forward because they know what they want this to be. And so that's what I really want to encourage you with tonight. Where do you want to end this month? Do you want to rank to silver? Do you want to rank to senior silver? Do you want to enroll 6 and earn the walking pad? What do you want? And then what are you willing to do to achieve it? Are you willing to get uncomfortable and send the messages and have the conversations? Are you willing to invite other people in and help them share? Right? Are you willing to do the Power Pocket activities of 10 new reach outs, posting in your stories? Are you willing to partake in the Silver and 6 with us? You guys, the goal of Silver and 6 in the Plexus page this week is for you to enroll 3 people a week. Where would your business be on the 30th of this month if you enroll 3 people a week? Oh, that'd be 9 enrollments. 9. Drop a 9 in the chat if you want 9 enrollments this month. Right? But it doesn't happen if you don't take messy action. You can't just sit there doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. That's insanity, literal insanity. So we take action, we send the messages that are being prepared for us, right? And we invite other people in. You want to know the best part about the Silver and 6 series happening right now? It's happening again next week. So if you do it this week and you're having these conversations, who can you invite to do it with you next week? Right? You see how this works? You get real comfortable with the actions, and then next week you're helping 2 other people do it too. Now it's going to feel a bit repetitive for you, but you guys, I basically do the same thing over and over and over again, and I just invite more people to do it with me. That's how we grow. It's simple actions repeated daily over time that equal massive results. Y'all, we believe that you can. We have a goal of developing 35 silvers as a team. 35. Not any single one of us can do that alone. That looks like people helping people, people helping people. And I believe we can do it. When Plexus announced their corporate goal of 1,000 silvers, and I saw friends, comparison, our team's working for 10. Our team's working for 15. And I'm like, oh, I already wrote 35 on my board. Ah, her team's bigger than mine. And she said 20. Crap. Maybe I should drop it. And y'all, there is that like chutzpah inside of you that's like, oh man, comparison can cause you to level up, or comparison can actually cause you to settle sometimes. And we're not going to do it. So when I ask big things of you, know that I'm asking big things of myself too. I'm buying into all y'all. I'm buying into all of us because I believe that we can. I believe that we're all going to end the month reaching our goals and developing new silvers because we're taking action. So if you're not in the Silver and 6 group and you want to be, will you drop a 6 in the chat and we will get you in there tonight? Okay. If you are committing to messaging your VIPs in some capacity, asking them about what they want to do this month, maybe it's referring one friend or earning the walking pad or something, using the messages we gave earlier. Will you drop an exclamation mark in the chat? Because I want to see it from you that you're willing to take that action to reach the goals that you have. Y'all, nothing changes if nothing changes. Okay? Let others determine their destiny. Don't you determine it for them. And believe that you can. Well, we are so excited for this month. So we are going to get you guys in that Silver and 6 chat. Michelle, are you taking note of who needs to be added? Maybe. Can you do that? Okay, cool. We'll get y'all in there tonight. We'll get y'all in the Plexus Brand Ambassador Academy where the group is taking place. And today's challenge is real simple and real short. Okay, so go in there, watch Joel Renfro's video. We are all in this together, y'all, and we're cheering you on. Thank you so much for being on here. Anything else before we go, you guys? Michelle, Allie, Julie, anybody, Kim? Anything else?
Tracy, are we discussing the challenge in our Wellness Warrior community?
Tell us about it real quick.
Okay. You guys, we are so excited because we love a community challenge, and we are going to start one for mid-month to end of month. And this is going to bring in some people who maybe weren't awesome at taking capsules, or maybe they're in a really good routine and they're ready to level up. And this is going to be, what did we call it? April?
Active in April.
Active in April. Thank you. Active in April is going to combine Slim, Hydrate, and Active. And that is going to be like one of the ways that we bring people in who maybe aren't awesome at capsules. But also people who love Triplex also could use some Active and Hydrate. And this is going to be incorporating movement, taking your supplements, getting adequate sleep at night. And is that it? I think that's it. Yeah.
So
really foundational stuff, you guys. We're going to be having it in our Wellness Warrior Community Facebook group. And there, y'all, Tracy is giving away a Series 9 Apple Watch the first kickoff day, okay? People are going to be so excited that they get a chance to win this watch, not because they're perfect, but because they're willing, okay? They're going to be willing to do the things. We're also going to have an end of challenge prize. I'm not going to say that one yet. I don't know if it's a surprise or not, but we're going to have one, and it is going to be so fun. Y'all, this is one of those things that you can invite your customers to, show them the kind of value that they get because they joined your team. You do not have to have Slim, Active, and Hydrate, but you do need to have a combo that you are currently using to be included in the prizes. And if you don't have a combo that you love, we're going to recommend Slim, Active, and Hydrate, okay? Am I missing anything, ladies? This is just the overview. Allie?
I think that's it.
Okay.
It's going to take place in the Wellness Warrior community. No extra group. And then don't forget, we have our Thursday evening Facebook group this Thursday, 7:45. Y'all, it's incredible. I had 2 prospects in there last week and they both got the info they needed, and now we're having conversations about getting started points. So these groups are incredible for people who are on the fence or just want to get info about Plexus. Okay, y'all, thank you so much for being on. We're excited for the week ahead. I think I got everybody added to the Silver and 6 chat who needs to be in there. And we will make sure and tag everybody in the first Joel Renfro video too. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Bye, guys.